Welcome to another Oakland Athletics franchise episode. I do need to apologize for no game sound. Bit of a mistake in recording, but we have Luis Patino, 10-13 on his regular season against Jordan Balazovic, who's already pitched this postseason in 2 games, starting off the ALCS, and it's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Who else would it be, gapping one in right center field to score the game's first run. Now bases loaded. Bobby Witt Jr. with 2 away on a 3-2 count. He takes this one deep out to left center, and it hits the warning track, bounces over the wall, and it's a 2-run double. Vladdy Jr. in the bottom of the second. He has already scored a run, but here he is to hit a 3-run blast. Vladdy Jr. doing big damage early. His second home run of this postseason, 388 feet over the left field wall, gives the Oakland A's a 6-0 lead. Bobby Witt in the bottom of the 4th inning, right down the left field line. Witt and Guerrero just come out guns a-blazing, 7-0. Luis Patino up against Nolan Jones, and Jones gets the better of him with a long ball out to left center, and that one hits the batting cages. And that is a 3-run shot for Nolan Jones, his 4th of the postseason. He's really helping the Twins out. Here's Julio Nivar in the bottom of the 7th with a bloop into right field to score another A's run. And then Reed Hoffman dribbling down the first baseline. He's out, but it's another ribby for the A's. 9-4, Jose Miranda goes down swinging. Damon Stahl trying to end this thing in the 9th inning, gets Dominic Canzone as well. The Calzone strikes out. Here's Luis Torrens. He goes down swinging, and Damon Stahl's able to end it. 9-4, Oakland A's in game number 1. And it opened the eyes of Major League Baseball the way the A's put 6 up in the first 2 frames. So moving into the second game, what could be expected? In this ALCS, Yuri Perez, Cy Young candidate, 31.50 ERA though after 1 game pitched against Aaron Nola, who's also not pitching well this postseason. Carlos Castaneda dribbles one and he's thrown out. No runs come across. A solo shot for Vladdy, though, gave the A's the lead, but Correa tied it up. And then Luis Torrens in the top of the 5th inning gets a single into center field, bringing home a couple of runs. Xavier Klink, who pitched 2 scoreless thus far in the postseason, coming in, and runners on the corners. This is a pop fly in the infield. Vladdy Jr. gets it. And then Nick Madrigal, former Oakland A, puts one down in front of Carlos Castaneda to score another Twins run. Carlos Correa goes down swinging on the fastball up and in. Klink gets through there, only giving up 1. Jose Miranda up at the plate against Klink in the 6th. Bobby Witt trying to go for this double play, and he's able to get out of the inning before the run scores. Carlos Correa in the top of the 7th against Michael King. He goes down, so again, preventing more runs, even with Jose Miranda here swinging and missing. Michael King doing a good job. Giovanni Moran has pitched 4 scoreless, hitless innings in this postseason. And in the bottom of the 8th, Tyler Soderstrom goes down swinging at the high heat. Carlos Castaneda dribbling one onto shortstop, and that is thrown out at first base. 2 gone. Reed Hoffman comes up. He swings at the high heat 4-seamer. No good. And the A's will have 1 more chance in the 9th inning. Damon Lucero is going to come in and pitch in the 9th inning. A 3.95 ERA in his regular season. He hasn't pitched yet this postseason. Canzone goes down looking. Calzone not exactly cheesy today. Here's Luis Torrens, and he hits this thing deep to left center. It is in between the cages and the pitching machine. Goodbye, 5-1. Luis Torrens with his 2nd homer of the postseason, and Lucero can't believe it. He stays in the game, gets Royce Lewis looking at a cutter down low, and then Nick Madrigal, already 1 for 4 on the day, dribbles one on to Julio Nivar, and he is thrown out at first base. So we get to the bottom of the 9th where Ron Marinaccio is going to come in for the Twins. He pitched a 1/3 of an inning and gave up a bunch of runs. so he's not exactly having a great postseason. He beanballs Bobby Witt. Hey, the A's have scored 4 in an inning before. There's Vladdy going down, though. They really needed him to get a hit, but unfortunately he couldn't get it done. Here's Manuel Tavares swinging and missing as well. 2 strikeouts for Marinaccio. He's helping that ERA out, and he gets Jason Givens to get through a scoreless 9th inning and give the Twins a 5-1 Game 2 win to even this series up going to Minnesota. Aaron Nola pitched 7 innings of 1 earned run ball, and that really helped out the Twinnies. So to Minnesota and Target Field we go with the series even at 1 apiece. Pablo Lopez, the Twins' best pitcher, going on the hill today. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. into center field, gets it to drop, and that is going to score the run coming home as Bobby Witt crosses the plate. Manuel Tavares goes down swinging, however, for the second out at the top of the first inning and the second strikeout for Lopez. And then there's Jason Givens with a little grounder. He is thrown out at first base, and Zeno Valenzuela takes the hill. He didn't have the greatest first postseason start of his career, but here in the second postseason start, it's not starting off that well. Into left field, into the corner, Castaneda gets there, trying to make the throw home. The relay from Witt is in time to get him out. Madrigal almost had a huge RBI, but look at the gun at the plate. Unbelievable, beautiful tag by Soderstrom, and goodbye, no run there. But Carlos Correa comes up, hits one right past Julio Nivar. Stevens comes up throwing in right field, but it's not in time, and the Twins tie it up anyways. Luis Robert with a nice swing, but it's a strikeout. 1 gone there, makes 2 outs later on. Here's Jose Miranda, and Nivar will get him out at first base. So, still a 1-1 game. Into the second, Kenny Stevens hits one to left field, and that one's off the wall in left. Kenny Stevens with an RBI double to give the A's the lead back. Here's Royce Lewis hitting a single right up the middle and attempting to score. Givens' throw is way off. Soderstrom with a nice job stopping it, but we're tied at 2. Bases are loaded for the Twins. Bobby Witt throwing onto first to end the inning. What a defensive play. Jose Miranda up at the plate in the bottom of the third. Stevens with a diving try, and it's no good. The Twins take a 3-2 lead on the double because of Stevens just jumping, and Stevens gets injured on the dive. So Ricky Cousins into right field, the only other guy that can play in the outfield, as Emmanuel Rodriguez strikes out. Here's Dominic Calzone, aka Canzone, and he hits this one out to left field. Castaneda will make the grab, and we're through 3. In a 3-2 game, Manuel Tavares in the top of the 5th inning with 2 away. This one's back and caught right at the wall on the warning track. Could have been a big game changer. Jose Miranda goes down swinging. Dino Valenzuela still dishing on the hill. Brandon Drury, though, is dishing out big hits. Castaneda can't get there. It gets just over his head, and Drury looking for 2 ribbies, and he will get them. 5-2 Twins, and Gunnar Hoagland coming in relief. 5 2/3 inning of scoreless baseball in this postseason. Nice swing and a miss there by Emmanuel Rodriguez. Gunnar Hoagland's slider can be a bit nasty. Here's a grounder over to Guerrero, and he was looking to tag, but he will throw to first base and end the 5th inning. Carlos Castaneda, and he goes down on the sinker. Just not in sync with the sinker. Here's Vladdy. He's not in sync with a slider down low. Just the bat's just not getting it done right now. Manuel Tavares swings and misses as well. And that was something you didn't see from the A's last year. A solo shot for Givens at least puts Oakland in the game with 1 on second base in the 8th, but Ricky Cousins with a fly out. Here's Soderstrom. He strikes out. 2 gone. Castaneda, the 9-hole hitter, he strikes out on a circle change away, and it's just not going well for the hitters in this game number 3. Royce Lewis sits there and looks at a Gunnar Hoagland fastball, and we're going to the 9th inning. 5-3. Joe Jimenez is called upon to try to get this save. He's 3 for 3 on save opportunities, and the fans want him to slam the door shut. Reed Hoffman blooping one into left, but it will not fall. See, those kind of things would fall last year. He's got a little bit lucky sometimes, but also they're a really good team that just is not on fire right now. Bobby Witt out into foul territory, and then Vladdy Jr., again, just a little too under it. These guys just are not in sync. And the Twins will get a 5-3 win in game number 3 of the ALCS to take a 2-1 lead in the series. Dino wasn't great as a starting pitcher, and as you can see, Bobby Witt 2 for 4. That's the best hitter we could show. So we go to ALCS game number 4. As the Twins looking to take a commanding 3-1 series lead if they could, and Jordan Balazovic is back on the hill, and he has not had a great postseason. Hopefully the A's can take advantage. There's 2 gone. Vladdy on a ground out, and that'll bring up Tavares, and Tavares is out. When's the last time you saw the A's not be able to bring Reed Hoffman or Bobby Witt Jr., 2 speedy guys, home? Gavin Williams is going to pitch. He's pitched a perfect game in the World Series in this franchise. And they're starting a double play ball, but it's not completed, so that's a little bit of trouble. Jose Miranda comes up and laces one to the 377 spot on the wall. That'll bring home not just 1, but 2 runs. Jose Miranda. And then Royce Lewis with a homer, and then in the bottom of the 5th, it's Madrigal swinging and missing for the second out, but Carlos Correa swings and misses as well. Gavin Williams gets through 5 innings, but he's given up 4 runs. Jason Givens dribbling one over to second base. He's thrown out, so no runs coming home there. Ron Marinaccio brought his ERA all the way down to 27 with his second appearance. This will be his 3rd. Reed Hoffman with 2 on, 2 outs. When's the last time you saw this guy not be able to get it done in the clutch? But that's what's happening all postseason thus far. Vladdy Jr. with a big swing and a miss. And there's a big strikeout. And well, Tavares, though, takes one into center field. That one will drop, and Tavares is able to bring home the game's first run for Oakland, 4-1. Nick Sandlin coming in. We all know he's a really good relief pitcher in MLB The Show. And he gets Jason Givens swinging and missing for out number 2 in the 8th inning. Brings up Julio Nivar. He swings and misses as well, and Sandlin does his job. Roy McBride trying to get through the bottom of the 8th. He gets Carlos Correa fanning. And then Nick Gordon hits one deep to left field. Castaneda gets a good jump on it, and he gets back there to make the play. So we go to the 9th, where Joe Jimenez looking to go 5 for 5 in his postseason save opportunities. Facing Ricky Cousins, and he swings and misses. He goes down. Tyler Soderstrom, 1 for 3 on the day. This one's in foul territory. An embarrassing pop fly in foul territory. Carlos Castaneda swings and misses, looking silly at the slider away, and the Twins take a 3-1 series lead. And guess what? There's another game here in Minnesota. Bobby Witt is the best they could show, and he was 0 for 2 with a run scored. That's terrible. So, staying in Minnesota at Target Field, game number 5, a chance for the Twins to close the series out right here. Sam Bachman is their choice, and he's pitched really well in the postseason. He's only pitched 1 game, but it was a good job. And Noah Schultz has only pitched 1 game, and it was not a good job. So, not boding well for us as Minnesota takes an early 1-0 lead. Dominic Calzone goes down swinging, though, to end the 2nd inning. Noah Schultz trying his best. He needs the bat's help. Here's Carlos Castaneda with a big fly ball out to right field. That one's caught. Attempting to tag over to third base, and that is good. So, a tying run 90 feet away for Reed Hoffman, and Reed Hoffman will fly out to left field. See, that's the kind of stuff we're dealing with. Jason Givens, though, has done his thing, at least in quick manage. Solo homer, there's Reed Hoffman finally getting it done. Gets the ball down and left, but look at this. Guns him down at the plate. Castaneda can't get home in time. So it's 2-1 instead of 2-2. Bobby Witt Jr. comes up, though, and he will lace one into center field. And will this run score? The throw to the plate is a little off, so yes, the run will score. 2-2. with Vladdy Jr. striking out. He just hasn't gotten it done when we needed him the most. Remember, the last 2 postseasons, he definitely would hit some bombs in these situations. So they get out of the inning, and Damon Stahl's going to come in to try to pitch in relief. He's pitched 6 scoreless, so see if he can continue it. Nice slider to Luis Robert. And then Jose Miranda just going to dribble one. Bobby Witt Jr. takes forever, but he does get the throw over to first base. Took a little while to get it out of his hand. There's the freeze on the hitter to get through the 6th inning. Xavier Klink coming in 3 2/3 of scoreless baseball. He's pitched here in the bottom of the 8th against Nick Madrigal and the former Oakland A. Hits it to left, over the wall. It wasn't a long homer, but it is enough to get the job done. Madrigal hitting that 362-foot bomb. His only homer of the postseason, and it comes in the absolute biggest spot for Minnesota in the bottom of the 8th. Luis Robert, he hits one deep out to right field. Ricky Cousins ranging back. That one's coming off the wall. Luis Robert digging in for third base. Nivar's throw is way off. So he'll be at third for Jose Miranda, who strikes out swinging. Miranda has not had a really great series. He had the 1-2-run double. There's Brandon Drury, though, off of Klink, and he hits it into the left field stands, and that one's considerably longer than Madrigal's. His second homer of the postseason went 424, and the Twins explode in the 8th to lead 5-2. There's a swing and a miss, and who would have thought that the bullpen that kept us afloat all postseason would sink in this one. Joe Jimenez looking to go 6 for 6 in his postseason. Bobby Witt Jr. starts it off with a hit to left field, but it is a fly out. So one gone, and Vladdy Jr. with a swing and the miss on the slider away. Manuel Tavares swings and misses, and the Minnesota Twins will come away victorious with a gentleman's sweep in the ALCS. They are your American League champions here in 2028. It's unfortunate. It's not what we wanted, but the A's have been eliminated from the postseason. This is going to leave a sour taste in my mouth, especially with Kenny Stevens getting hurt, trying to make a diving play. Let me know what you guys think. The offseason's coming up next, and thank you, channel members. Thank you, everybody. In case you don't know, I love you, FG fam.